Good morning, Earthlings! It's Saturday? Friday, I lied, it's Friday. You're probably wondering, why are you at your home at 9:30? Let me see. I don't know where my phone is. Hold on. Why are you at your home at 9:43 a.m. on a Friday? Well, long story short, school got canceled. So, I have deemed today... Oh my gosh, I just don't have a stand. Guys, that's how you know it's race weekend. That's how you know F1 is back when I can't figure out where to set up my iPad. I don't like that. I don't look good. There we go. Perfect angle. Yeah, okay. Anyways, if you're watching this video, that means that that means F1 is back. Whoop-de-doo. I just realized I need my iPad. How lovely. I was going to say, first, FP1 was actually last night at 8:30 because they are currently in Australia, and I'm not from Australia. I'm actually on the complete other side of the world. So, and in a complete different continent, which you probably could have guessed that. So, all the times are messed up. So, I was watching at 8:30 last night, and I have to watch FP2, which was at midnight, and I did not watch it because I was not staying up. Even though I didn't have school today because of the snow, I decided that I was just not going to stay up till 12 because I was tired. This week has been tiring, but it's a good thing that it's over. So, pretty much this weekend is maintenance weekend. And the only reason it's maintenance weekend is because I decided that I would like to straighten my hair and I have to wax my armpits and shave my legs. And wax my eyebrows too, because my eyebrows are growing out. And that cannot happen because we have to be a petite, cute baddie. So, I'm going to time-lapse me blow-drying my hair because I know for a fact it's going to take a long time and nobody wants to sit here and listen to a blow-dryer go off for probably an hour and a half. I'm not going to lie, I have a lot of hair. So, on that note, enjoy this time-lapse of me blow-drying my hair because it's maintenance weekend. I'm also going to be watching FP1. Well, I mean FP2, sorry, while I blow dry my hair, and I'm going to try to take notes. I do have a lot of notes from FP1 because that one was actually really eventful. So, yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm blow dried. Good morning, peeps of the YouTube. It's Saturday. It's Saturday? Yeah. Saturday, it's about 8:24 right now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't watch FP3 or qualifying yesterday. I was slumped. Even though I didn't really do much yesterday, I was really tired when I had got home from church. So I ended up falling asleep, and then I woke up at 12, and I was like, I really do not have the energy to stay up and watch qualifying, and I didn't want to watch qualifying before I watched FP3. So I just took my egg last night. So I'm gonna eat some cereal right now. Yes, it's in a snowman cup. This is my designated cereal cup. So if you ever see this cup out, I'm eating cereal. I'm gonna eat my cereal, and then I'm gonna watch FP3 while eating my cereal, and then I'm gonna watch qualifying while doing something else. But pretty much the plan for today is I'm gonna just do my mom's nails today because she's not working today. I'm not doing anything, so I'll just do her nails today. And then later on, I am babysitting. So, yeah. But, I think the race is at, like, midnight again. Let me check what time the race is. Oh, what do I always open my clock? Calendar. Yeah. The race starts at 11. And then it ends at 1. If everything goes well. Next week is pretty much the same thing for, like, the Chinese everything. FP1 starts at 11:30 and doesn't end until 12:30. So a lot of these are... That's sprint quali? Yeah. I'm looking at, like, all the races. Because I have it so it's linked to my count. There's a lot of people's birthdays on here, but like I have it linked to my calendar, so it like pops up. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at. But we have like a week off right here. I don't know what I'm going to do for that week off. I might not post anything. I don't know. Depends on what you guys want to see. Let me know what you guys want to see, because honestly, I've run out of ideas. I'm a pretty boring person. And then week off. Then we have another week off that week. Okay, so. Oh, wait. Oh, that's actually really cool. So, like last year, I'm going on my school trip. We're going to Washington, D.C. I'm going to make that a video because I feel like that's cool. And it's also during off time. Sorry, I'm reading text, guys. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go watch FP3 and qualifying, and then I'll be back. Hola, amigositos. If it's a new setting, it's because we're actually in... That's not gonna work. Because we're in my mom's room, we're doing her nails, but we were rewatching Canada, and then somehow we ended up on my Monaco GP video. So now we're just like watching a lot of my videos, but it reminded me that I have to film for today about FE3 and quali because we did end up watching it. I ended up watching it with my mom. Look at, guys, her nails are coming out. Wow, so pretty. I'm not even done. I'm not even close to anywhere done. But yeah, so let me pull up the things while we do some nail art. Also, this is the inspo set, if I didn't put it up on my screen, but this is, oh, hello? Hello? Focus? Hello? Okay, anyways, it's green, oh, wait, if I put it like that, oh my god, yes, you can see it, okay. So it's green, clover, gold stripes, clover, gold stripes on both hands. So that's where we're starting from. Okay, let's open our notes apps. Okay, let's do this. All right, let me see that hand, woman. All right, FP3. Carlos causing yellow flag because his car lost power and shut off literally right at the beginning of the pit lane, which they ended up deploying a VSC for it, and then they ended up doing a red flag. They just wanted to see if a VSC would work, which I feel like we already tested that out earlier already this weekend, back in FP1, I believe. I don't have that note on my phone. That note is on my iPad, which is where I'm filming off of. So yeah. And then we had a red flag towards the end of FP3 because Kimmy hit it into the wall hardcore. Do you remember what they said it was from? No? Okay. I don't remember. I think it might have been his rears. Don't quote me on that. I don't remember. But it was very sad because he kind of just like shunted it into the walls. He went over the curb, ended up in the gravel, spun out, and hit the wall. They were saying that there was a lot of chassis damage. They weren't sure if he was going to be able to get out in qualifying. Newsflash, he was able to get out into qualifying. I'm so happy.
Amazing.
Amazeballs, spaceballs. That's kind of the end of FP3. FP3 wasn't super eventful, but wasn't super not eventful. And then qualifying, Q1. Something that y'all have probably already seen if y'all on TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. Max hit it into the wall hard. It wasn't necessarily all his fault. He just had a really bad lockup. It was his rear axles, and that caused a red flag, and they stopped the session. As we were watching it, my mom asked a lot of questions, and the difference between practice and qualifying is qualifying we will stop the clocks for, but FP, like the free practices, we won't, because those have a specific allotted time because things follow after it, whereas qualifying, they don't have stuff that follows after it. Qualifying ends the day type deal. Pretty much the ending is Stroll, Sainz, and Verstappen were the bottom three because Stroll wasn't able to get out. Stroll has been having issues with his ICE, which is his combustion engine. I don't remember what the I stands for, but I know C is combustion. But yeah.
And then Bottas, Perez, and Alonso follow after. So it goes Stroll, Sainz, Verstappen, Bottas, Perez, and Alonso. Russell was P1 at the end of Q1. So he's going pretty fast. He's doing pretty good. Pretty good. Sorry guys, I'm doing lines right now. I'm so focused on the lines. Gotta make sure they're straight. If they're not straight, she'll make me redo them. I don't want to redo them. Okay. Let's stick that out there just so it doesn't move. Okay. Something I noted was a lot of the drivers were going wide into turn 1, which is where Kimi had his crash. Yeah. So that was that. Nothing happened in Q2 that was really notable. So it ended up with Colapinto, Albon. I'm going from last place up. Colapinto, Albon, Colapinto, Albon, Gasly, Ocon, Behrman, Hulkenberg. It spread Ocon's name into O space O-N. See there. Russell, still P1. Gabby was going super slow to the pit lane at the end of Q2, and obviously Lawson was going slow. Lindblad didn't see it, and he was coming in fast, and he almost hit the back of Lawson, and I noted that here, and it was kind of funny. Immediately, Arvid gets on the road, and he's like, mate, I didn't get into a crash, but I almost just hit the back of Lawson's, and he's like, check my car, I know my car's okay, but just check my car, make sure it's okay. I think that was absolutely hilarious. Like, he came with like such speed, and it was like so scared. Love that. And then Q3 got delayed because Gabby ended up stalling in the pit lane entrance. So and it wasn't to where the crew could come and rescue his car. They literally had to it was a lot. The marshals had to come and get him. Okay. So obviously Gabby was then not able to participate in Q3 because he had the issue with his car. A piece of at the beginning of Q2, which I didn't know why I noted it down here. Oh, because they only showed this after. But during the beginning of Q2, something flew off of Pierre's car when coming out of the pit lane. So now he has to go to the stewards and see them because he's getting noted for unsafe release. And then the next part is piece of gearbox piece of gearbox left on Kimi's car. And then it flew off of Kimi's car. And then it caused a red flag. And then Norris ran it over. So now Kimi is going to the stewards for unsafe release. It ended up causing a red flag because when I tell you that thing shattered, I mean it shattered like confetti. Like, yeah, you know when you pop confetti? Yeah, that's how it shattered. So, they had to create a red flag, stop the session, and then clean it up because it shattered hardcore. So they had Norris check the car. There was very little damage to his front wings. They just threw some duct tape on it. It wasn't like a big issue that was going to jeopardize everything, but yeah. I did not write the top 10 down, but I remember who the top 3 was. It was George, Kimi, and Hadjar. Isaac Hadjar, guys, is looking good. People are saying, a lot of people, especially on social media, other influencers have been saying that Hadjar might be lifting the Red Bull second seat curse. Jeez, I don't know why I can't speak out, but I believe that. I think Hadjar is doing absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to see what he does during this season. I think he's absolutely going to be on top. Although I'm looking forward to George. I'm looking forward to what George brings to the table because he currently is the favorite for. Please don't move your foot. You're moving my tablet. Thank you. He is currently the favorite for the championship this year. And I've got to say, how fast he's looking, yes, I also, no offense, Lando, I love Lando, y'all know this, but I think George might actually have it in the bag. I know it's just the first race, but, he's looking pretty sharp. Max is making simple mistakes, and I guess what happened today, you can't really chalk it up. How's that looking? You can't really chalk it up to Max. That's kind of like the car's issue with the rear axle and everything. But George is looking pretty tough, guys. And yeah. So we're like I said, we've been rewatching some of my videos. Yeah, I like the Canada GP one we were looking because we're planning to go again this year. We're currently looking for the hotels.
I was looking legitimately.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom's literally on her phone looking at it right now while I was speaking about it. So I'm just psychic, guys. So yeah. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So yeah, that. But something that we are also coming across the fact that is that I will be 18 this year. 18 this year, which means that in Canada you can technically go do fun adult things, and
Like what, Marianne?
we can go clubbing. We're gonna go partying. We're gonna go hang out on the strip with the famous people. Heck yeah, not kidding. But yeah, so technically I can go clubbing, which, hand please. I'm not happy to put it in here. Thank you. Which I think that is what we're going to do, is we're going to try to go clubbing. Because last year, we couldn't really do much. I was only 17. But now to be 18, guys. So, yeah, we plan on doing a lot more. Which means that I don't know if I'm really going to be filming nights because I don't know.
Would you ever want to stay in a hostel?
What's a hostel?
It's a room, like a big room where everyone sleeps.
Yeah. Would you?
Okay.
I mean, you had that discussion with Madrina about, like, a hotel is really just to sleep, shower. So, yeah. That's not bad. I wouldn't mind it. My only fear would just be getting my stuff stolen.
We'll leave it in the car.
Yeah.
You sleep it.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'd really bring in is my toiletry bag and the clothes I'd be wearing. Anyways. Yeah, so we're just looking and having fun. We're probably gonna I'll probably make her watch something else. Probably make her watch, like, Ford versus Ferrari or something. Oh, my back. I need to crack my back. We're gonna watch Ford versus Ferrari. My back. Yeah, so that's kind of all that's happened. The race is at, like, midnight tonight. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I will not be home. I'm doing stuff today, aka babysitting. Ow, my hip. So yeah. So I'm gonna go watch. I don't know what at this point. Oh, that's done. And then herb. I'm gonna finish her nails. Oh, this is her nails finished. Wow. Yeah. I will see you guys after a race. Oh, something I want to mention is that I didn't realize that I cussed in my Canada video. And so me and Mom are watching the Canada video and I cussed and she looked at me and I looked at her. She just went. I was like, yeah. All right. See you guys after El Race. Good of evenings, my ladies and gentlemen, mi amigos and amigas. It's Sunday, March 8th, 8:55 p.m. I'm currently setting up my wax machine because my armpits need to be waxed. I don't know if you can see them. I'm just going to tell you they're gross right now. So we're waxing, but we're also going to go over the race because I just finished watching the race and I took all the notes on my phone. And I want to tell you it's a race. See, let me X out what's qualifying it up. Let's see. That's qualifying and FP3. Let's just delete you. Oh no. Delete. Okay. Anyways, this is all racing. That's all the race. So the race for me, I think, was very eventful. For others, probably not. Yeah, so I guess let's get into it. First, so we obviously know that the drivers start in the pits and they have to do like a lap to get them out of the pits to get them onto the grid. Well, during that lap, Oscar crashed. And after that lap, they deployed a VSC, I believe. I'm not sure. I didn't write that part down. But they were able to recover Oscar's car, and Hulkenberg ended up going back to the pits, and Hulkenberg ended up just not racing at all. There was something, his car had stopped coming into the pit lane, I believe, and so they just kept him out. Anyways, something I want to discuss before we even get into the race is the pre-start they do. So, for those who have watched the race, you may know that they do a pre-start where they start their engines, or I guess rev up their engines before they actually go. I'm not a fan of that. I'm sorry. I'm not a fan of it. As much as it gives action, which you will hear when I go over like the actual race notes, I'm not a fan of it. You know, I feel like you're just warming the cars up and you're working them more than they have to be worked. And I guess that is part of the new regulations and stuff, but I'm not a personal fan, mate. So that's my take on it. Anyways, let's get into it. Straight off the line, Charles Hamilton, and I don't know why I just switched from first to last name. Charles, Lewis, and George all went into the first corner. Charles ended up taking first place, and then Charles and George were kind of going back and forth like this, you know, taking in and out of quarters, you know, taking first place from each other. Russell ended up reclaiming first. I had made a note about Hulkenberg being out, and then Colin Pitto being under investigation for a... Oh my gosh, what's it called? Oh my gosh. Why am I blanking? For, oh my god, for a grid? For grid? Was it for the grid? It was for the grid. It was for the lights, I think. I don't remember it. I wish I would have wrote that small detail down. It's gonna come to me. Anyways, he was under investigation, and pretty much they gave him a stop and go penalty. Yeah. And then Charles ended up back in first place. By lap 7, Verstappen had already gained 9 places from 20th, but that's also adding up the fact that Oscar was gone and Hulk was gone. Leclerc, Russell, and Hamilton battling for first place. Like I said, there was an incident that happened at turn 11 that Russell was like, oh, make a note of this. And so then Charles was under investigation, and then there was no further investigation because they found that it was legal. We had a problem for Isaac. Isaac ended up being out of the Grand Prix, causing a VSC. Norris taking that opportunity to box. When we did when they showed the replay, Isaac has, oh my gosh, it was said that Isaac had lost drive, which was possibly due to a hydraulic failure in the gearbox. During that VSC, both of the Ferraris didn't pit. They were in 1-2, and Hamilton had gotten on the radio and said, yo, someone should have pitted. Like, I don't know why we didn't pit somebody. We should have pit somebody. But by that time, the VSC was over. Because they could have pitted the second time around, because when the VSC was originally deployed, they were already on their way around. And Hamilton was like, whoa, the second time, this entire VSC, we could have had someone pitted. But they didn't. Fernando ended up back in the pits due to the vibrations, and he ended up being out. Bottas ended up being stopped on the grass at the start of the pit lane, and he ended up being out, which caused another VSC. A lot of the cars were peeling into the pits to get tire changes, obviously. And then they ended up closing, then they ended up closing the pit lane entrance, because that is where Bottas was, and that is where the mechanics were bringing back his car. Ferraris are the only team that had not pitted during those 2 VSCs, so they were still running first and second. Hamilton there was a late response, but Hamilton had come on the radio and said, I don't want to be double stacked. more mechanical issues, as I said, for Bottas. I don't remember if they said it, and I did not put it on here. I think it locked up. I think it was his gearbox again. Max got up so far that Arvid was fighting Max. Was trying to keep him off. Max ended up taking the place. And then Ferrari, I already said that. Ferrari's on the team not pitted. I'm so sorry, guys. Alonso ended up being back. Alonso ended up coming back into the race. He was a lap behind during lap 26, but he was only 1 lap behind Bottas after being out. And then it had said that Alonso had done his 1 lap, got ahead of Bottas, and then was 10 laps behind the grid. Okay. Then we had a VSC for debris on track, and the debris came from Checo's car. Literally flew off the side of his car. Like the opposite side. Like it flew from this side and ended up on that side of the track. Yeah. And so we had a really nice and brave, what are they? Marshal. Really nice track marshal that came onto the track to recover it. Guys, it's melting. It's melting. I don't like this spatula, but we're gonna keep it. Okay, we'll move you down to, I like 143. Oh, that's two. We'll give you 145. That's okay. We'll do 2 over. I don't know why I touched it like an idiot. Okay, where was I? Debris from the track. And then Verstappen and Norris were fighting for 5th place. The team told Norris, oh, you're going to survive. Do you think you can survive 26 laps on this tire? And he goes, with the way that this is going, I already ruined them during the first 10 laps of having them because he was defending off Max. They ended up pitting Norris again, and he ended up behind Verstappen. And then Verstappen ended up pitting, and then Norris ended up ahead of Verstappen. Yeah. Alonso ended up back in the pits, and he was out. Stroll ended up in the pits and out. Eventually. Don't turn off. Bortolotto, Ocon, and Gasly were fighting for 10th place. My dad really liked that. My dad was like, yeah, let's go. I was like, yeah, let's go. Stroll ended up back out 12 laps behind. I did not note when that was, but he ended up finishing the race. I can tell you that. Did he? No, he didn't. He's not on my noting. Sorry. Yeah. And then the vote for the driver of the day was split between Verstappen, Leclerc, and Russell. I want to argue about that. I don't care. I'm arguing about it. Verstappen. I know that he came from 20th to 6th place, but driver of the day? I'm sorry, guys. Please don't text me right now. Leave me alone. Literally the only reason that he was up was because of A, he timed his pits right to then get ahead of everybody else. B, he didn't really defend after anybody. And I guess he didn't really finish in the top 5. Yeah, it was top 6. Anyways, yeah, I just want to fight about that. Leclerc, I think he deserved it for the split of driver of the day. I didn't actually see who got driver of the day because I was so mad that I turned off and I didn't watch the podium celebration. And people know me, I love the podium celebration. But, because I love the popping of the champagne. Yeah, anyways. Yeah. Russell, my dad's like, Russell doesn't deserve it. He had an easy goal for 30 laps at the end. And I was like, agreed. I agree. I think Leclerc and Russell definitely deserved it in the beginning because they were fighting hardcore against each other. But, like, towards the end, I think it was... Well, no. Charles was kind of defending from Lewis. But I think, yeah, Russell had it easy. I'm not saying that he didn't deserve it. It's not that easy. I agree with that. I think I'm also biased. I think Arvid should have got driver of the day. I need to go check who was driver of the day, actually, because I don't know, and I think it should have been Arvid. I'm really hoping it was Arvid. And I know it wasn't Arvid. I don't care. Yeah, Lindblad overjoyed 5 P8 finish. Leclerc delivered. Bortoletto extremely happy with points on Audi. Good. Who got driver of the day? Driver standings. Who got driver of the day? Awards. Who? Fastest lap award. Don't really care. Fastest lap award goes to Max Verstappen. That's it. Hello? All drivers? No, I already know that. I don't care. No one got. I don't get to see who got driver of the day. How do I figure out who got driver of the day? Teams. Where's McLaren? Ooh, McLaren's third. I need to switch teams. I'm wearing blue. Racing Bulls. You're ready? Are you fully melted? You're not. Oh, you are almost. I'm just gonna let you sit for a little longer. I'm trying to figure out who got driver of the day. Oh, I gotta see how my fantasy did. Who do I have? I have Lindblad. Manage my team. Try it. I got 157 points. Yay! Top scorer was RB and Kimi Antonelli. Really? I have him on my team? Who's on my team? Who was on my team? I don't remember who's on my team. Let's see. Who's on my team? Okay. Arvid's on my team. I know Lando Norris is on my team. Let's see. Okay. On my... Ooh! I need to change up my team. That is bad. I have people bringing me no money. Bring me less money. Okay. On my team, I have Arvid Lindblad, Lando Norris. It's literally, I'm putting it in order of how it is on here. It goes Arvid Lindblad, then Lando Norris, Isaac Hadjar, Gabriel Bortoletto, and Kimi Antonelli. That is literally how it's written on here. Oh, and then my two things are Racing Bull and Hasafonti. Mint. They're called Try Hard 19. Because it wouldn't let me just put Try Hard. So I had to put my favorite number. Guys, my favorite number is 19. If I was a racing driver, I would be number 19. Just a heads up, guys. Which I might get 19 tattooed on me. Guys, I have a surprise for Canada, but I'm not going to, either for my birthday or for Canada, and I'm not going to say it now. I'm going to wait till it happens, because I don't want to speak it and it doesn't happen. But yeah, so that's pretty much, to go over, that's what I was looking for. Who got driver of the day? Duh. That's literally what I was looking for. That's driver's parade. I know how this works. I know how this works. McLaren need to improve the car quite a lot, Norris. Agreed. Okay, I'm done. Oh, Max Verstappen got driver of the day. Okay. I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm collected. Calm, cool, collected. Yes. Yes. Anyways. Jeez. Our top three, Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc. Russell first place, Antonelli second, Leclerc third. Then following you have Hamilton, Norris, Verstappen, Behrman, Lindblad, Bortoletto, and Gasly. Everybody was lapped, obviously, except for Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Verstappen. Those were the top six that did not get lapped. And that's kind of the end. That's the wrap of my notes. I hope you enjoyed, because I know I did. And I know you should. Yeah, so let's look at the calendar. On our calendar, our next race is this week. Oh, why does it start on Thursday? practice starts 11:30 on Thursday. Am I gonna stay up and watch it? Yes. Am I gonna? Oh, I have the dentist that day. No. Also, sorry. So that starts at 11:30 to 12:30. Then we have sprint quali at 3:30 a.m. Then we have the sprint race at 11 p.m. and we... What? Oh, okay, sorry. Let me read this again. Our FP1 is at 11:30 at night until 12:30 a.m. We then have sprint qualifying, which is at 3:30 in the morning until 4:15, roughly. We have sprints at 11 p.m. that night, which is Friday. Then we have actual qualifying for the race at 3 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. And then the race is at 3 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. So that is for this weekend coming up. So this will be posted on Thursday, so it'll be for the weekend. Which we are going to China. Yay. And then the weekend after, we don't have anything. I will discuss our plans. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but that was a nice crack. I just dropped my phone. I don't know where it went. Where did my phone just go? It fell into the abyss. I found it. Anyways, like I was saying, I'll tell you more about what's gonna happen that weekend, because I'll probably have something planned out. Not sure right now what's gonna be planned out for in the next 2 weeks. All I know is what's happening next weekend, and that's it. Let me know if you guys like seeing like what I do during the weekend, or if you just like seeing me just talk about the race and that's it. Because I really want to like cater this channel to y'all, because I want you guys to enjoy, guys and girls, excuse me, to enjoy watching me talk to you guys pretty much. Because rock on, guys. Sorry. Because I don't want you guys to be like, oh, here she goes again, bring them so long, I don't even want to see this stuff. I want you guys to be like, oh, she's doing this? Oh, I wonder how that was. You know, I don't want y'all to be like, oh, can she just not? I'd rather know if you just want to hear about the races, or if you really want to hear about, like, how my weekend went, and what I did, and what led up to it, and what led me to watch the race. Or who I watched the race with. I watched the race with my dad today, and he really enjoyed it. Yeah. So, on that note, I will see you guys next week for the Chinese Grand Prix and split. The Chinese. Let's try that again. Hold on. And I will see y'all next week for the Chinese Sprint and Grand Prix